man feels so alive.
I'm Jeanille Bonterre reporting from St. Lucia for Carnival Week. I am here with the groovy soca professor. Okay, his name is Edwin Yearwood. For those of you who don't know, if you live under a rock, and if you live on the rock of Barbados, you know he's the man with the plan. What can you tell us about groovy soca? How would you define it?
Aside from being groovy, it's that infectious spirit. I always call it a spirit. Groovy soca just captures your imagination. You can actually close your eyes and ride it for the rest of the night, and I think that's the magic of it. It never fails. You leave that fete or wherever you are and you still have that on your mind, you still have that rhythm, and it takes you into that happy spot that you need to be in. So it's a living thing.
You really helped innovate a new sound of the Caribbean. How do you feel about the direction the movement is taking nowadays?
I think that music is something that will continue to change and continue to have additions, and it's almost a continual experiment when it comes to music. And the Caribbean, because of how dynamic the Caribbean and how diverse the Caribbean really is, there's so many different influences that can be dominant at any particular given season. You know, you have Moringa one year, you probably have a strong influence of reggae another year. You know, one time they used to call it dub soca and that kind of thing, and that's really how really ragga soca came from. You know, and now you have salsa and those kind of things getting involved in it, so it's all good.
How do you see Carnival and the culture of Carnival music really uniting the Caribbean and helping us move forward into a new era of culture and creativity?
You know, I think it's amazing. I think that years ago people used to be blind to the vision of Carnival and what Carnival really brings. And it's only when you go to places like the country itself, Trinidad, that you recognize that this is a part of us and not just something random that, you know, you wake up one day and buy a costume. You know, this is a celebration of life and a spirit that it has moved now out of the Caribbean. And I was blown away to be in parts of the USA over the last couple of years that never even thought about having soca music around, that they're now having carnivals and having particular days for the carnivals. I've lived to see Germany do the same thing. I've lived to see Holland and Belgium do the same thing. So I think hats off to those people who believe in the culture and spread it to the point where the immigrants out of the Caribbean went out and they were proud enough to bring it and embrace it and share it with the people of the world, and that's where it's heading. One thing I could say for St. Lucia, that it has grown from the standpoint that St. Lucia was always a country that never was afraid to embrace the cultures of the Caribbean, the genres and the music of the Caribbean. It's just that brethren, sistering, family love. We're just 35 minutes away by plane, you know. And I think it's the first country that I've been to that I recognize that, wait a minute, these people ain't about particular things, these people about music and artists. They don't care where you come from as long as it's good quality. And I think that's always been represented in St. Lucia, and it hasn't changed at all. What I would say is that it has caught on with the carnival atmosphere, the carnival vibe, to the point where there's that self-belief now, there's that within the spirit, within the cells, if you will, of each person, every fiber, you know, that carnival is part of, you know, and that's fantastic.
It is fantastic. Well, you know, they say soca is soul music, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's from the soul. And nobody knows that better than Edwin Yearwood. Edwin, thank you so much for your time. We're going to look for you at Barbados. Crop over to you know.
Oh yeah, you come.
I'm Jeanille Bonterre reporting for Carnival Week on One Caribbean TV.